everyone, and welcome to MeowMix, the Carolina Panthers podcast. My name is Steven.
My name is Jerry.
PFF, Pro Football Focus. Normally a site that I don't have a lot of problem with. I enjoy their rankings, and it just gives me a little more context on looking at some guys that maybe I don't know too much about. But they released their 32 best wide receiver ranks entering the 2021 season. And not a single Carolina Panther made the list.
Yeah, and there's some questionable guys on here that.
Well, yeah, it's, I'm looking just kind of scrolling down the list. Calvin Ridley is 11th.
Okay, yeah, Calvin. See, and I like Calvin Ridley, and I think he has done better than DJ Moore, probably because he has Julio Jones on opposite, and Matt Ryan's better than any quarterback.
Yeah. But I think Calvin Ridley and DJ Moore are very similar in terms of their production so far.
Yeah.
I would need to look at Calvin's touchdowns. I think he has more touchdowns, but overall yardage and catches, I think they're very similar. So he's 11th in this list of 32, and DJ Moore doesn't rank here at all.
Nope, not at all. And it shocked me because PFF posted something saying that DJ Moore had the most 20-yard plus receptions that were contested last year.
Yeah.
Like,
let me just 16th Keenan Allen would rather have DJ Moore. 18th Odell Beckham Jr.
Terry McLaurin is on the list.
Terry McLaurin, I like Terry McLaurin, but
I do too,
DJ
but I
Moore
would put DJ Moore ahead of him.
At least in that class.
Yeah.
Kenny Galladay, Corey Davis.
Corey
Davis is number 20.
Corey Davis shouldn't even come close to this list. Let's be real.
Corey Davis, he had a decent year last year. That's it. Tyler Lockett. I like Tyler Lockett. Cole Beasley is 23rd, and DJ Moore is not on the list. Cole Beasley is 23rd. Antonio Brown, who played a handful of games last year.
I just don't. Devontae Parker. 27.
Will Fuller, who plays a handful of games every year. Yeah, Devontae Parker, Brandon Cooks. Come on, what year is this?
Cortland Sutton. Cooper Kupp, yeah, he had a down year, but I would actually have him higher than 30th.
Cooper Kupp is 30th.
Deebo Samuel is higher than DJ Moore.
Yeah, Tyler Boyd, 32nd. Again, I like Tyler Boyd. He's not in DJ Moore's class.
Exactly. There's a difference. We aren't knocking these players. These are all good players. But come on.
Yeah, some of these guys aren't even the number one on their own team.
DJ Moore has put up 2,000-yard seasons with really bad quarterback play.
I mean, I would even have Robbie Anderson above Cole Beasley. I'd have Robbie Anderson above Cole Beasley. And I'd have Robbie Anderson above Corey Davis. I would honestly put Robbie Anderson in the same category as like a Terry McLaurin or a Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen once
I would
very,
give
very
Keenan
good.
Allen a little bit more credit.
I guess I hold Keenan Allen's injury history against him. He's never healthy for the whole season.
Now that is his negative, but when he's out there, he's dynamic. But yeah, I agree. This list is just very questionable.
Yeah, I mean, they got Michael Thomas 7th. Well, Michael Thomas was bad last year. He
Mike Evans is 12th. Mike Evans was not good last year. I mean, he played well, but Chris Godwin outplayed him, and Chris Godwin's below him.
Right. So a little dumb. I've also seen several power rankings have come out. The Panthers are in the low 20s, or the high 20s, I should say, 27th, 28th in some of these.
Well,
and they've actually dropped since the draft, and everyone seems to be very high on the Panthers draft. So I don't really understand what's going on.
Well, I saw the CBS Sports offensive rankings, and they had the Carolina Panthers ranked 24th, and it really discussed nothing else besides Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and I understand that because Sam Darnold on paper is a downgrade from Bridgewater. So obviously we'll get into it here when we talk about the depth charts, but we as Panthers fans are very hopeful that Sam Darnold becomes an upgrade. But
hopefully optimistic. That's what I'm trying to be.
Maybe all these folks are looking at, and maybe that's why DJ Moore's not on this list. If you're looking at who is who's going to have the best 2021 season. Maybe that's what they're looking at. And they're downgrading more because of Darnold. Yeah.
The best 32 wide receiver
entering the 2021 season.
I don't know. I don't really like that list. There was a lot of players on there that were ranked higher than I thought they should be, and a lot of players ranked lower than they should be.
Yeah. Well, as Panthers fans, the thing that pisses me off most is like, how is DJ Moore not one of the top 32, even with Sam Darnold thrown to him? Because who has DJ Moore had in his career so far?
What?
Nobody great.
2 years ago, when Kyle Allen was throwing to him, he was one of the top 5 receivers until the last couple seasons or games where he was out injured.
Yeah. I mean, he had, half of Cam Newton, Cam Newton on one leg and one arm and, bum shoulder, Kyle Allen, PJ Walker, Teddy Bridgewater, Taylor Heineke. Like, he hasn't had anybody.
No.
Nobody good. So anyway, DJ, you're in our top 32, man.
Oh, definitely. I would put he's not top 5, but I would put him. He's around that 10 mark or so because there are a lot of good receivers out there.
Yeah, I mean, so like just for you got Stephon Diggs at 8. I'd have Stephon Diggs higher.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Thielen, I'd have him higher. Justin Jefferson, really, I think you'd have to put him higher. Like, that dude's a beast. But then there's Calvin Ridley, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Amari Cooper. Like, DJ Moore's in that zone.
Exactly.
And I would put him ahead of maybe all of those guys other than Calvin Ridley. So, and I think I'd have him tied with Calvin. So, yeah, he's like fringe top 10.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'd put him at.
Easy.
Because you got Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Tyreek Hill. Those guys are at the elite level that,
of course, yeah.
That DJ's not there yet. Hopefully he can get there with better quarterback play.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you put DJ Moore on the Chiefs, is he putting up Tyreek Hill type numbers?
Maybe. I mean,
maybe.